I'm Dr. Michael Vincent. I got another great, gorgeous guest for you. Her name is Anita, one of my students and one of my business partners in the seed company.
Yes.
Anita, now I met you at a size 22 in April.
Yes.
And I challenged you on July 19th of this year to do my weight loss program with the seed nutrition, knowing that you was a size 22 dress size, knowing that you had an issue with arthritis, couldn't hold your newborn grandchild, and a history of lupus.
Yes.
I challenged you to do a 3-week intermittent fasting, eating 11 to 1, 5 to 7, eat what you want to eat.
Yes.
And what happened?
Oh, Dr. Vincent, first of all, thank you so much for allowing me to come onto your show. My name is Anita Brown. I am a registered nurse for over 30 years. And yes, Dr. Vincent, multiple challenges with systemic lupus, and that was diagnosed actually 1 year before I graduated nursing school. So this
30 years
is
ago?
Absolutely.
Wow.
So this isn't something that has just happened overnight. Over time, especially first being diagnosed with systemic lupus, it affected my heart, kidneys, and lungs.
Wow.
So it was pretty challenging, and at 21 years old. So there was a lot of challenges that I had. One being high blood pressure, having some side effects with congestive heart failure. Another with my kidneys, having extremely high creatinine levels, being very compromised. Issues with my lungs, with edema. I mean, just in the sense of trying to even practice nursing. So I was like on both sides of the bed, per se. But over the years, I've always battled with obesity. Because of the lupus, they had me on prednisone, and of course steroids. They always kept that's what was able for me to move. Now, fast forward multiple years later, trying multiple different programs, just really not being successful in losing weight. But it wasn't until just about the pandemic when I just said enough was enough. Just was going through a major life transition. And in that transition, I made a decision, I want my life back. So I began at that time, it was like, almost size 26 at one point in my life. So what I started doing was just changing my lifestyle, changing the different types of things that I ate, tried different programs, even to the point where doing the injectables and having appetite suppressant. But the only thing about that, Dr. Vincent, once you stop those programs, the weight comes back. The weight comes back. But before the weight came back, that's when I met you. And I said, I gotta try. I'm just listening to the other health alternative strategies that you provide in your therapies. It changed my life. Now, Dr. Vincent, I was, like you said, I was intermittent fasting.
Size 22.
Yep, at that time, size 22. So my goal was size 10. And I said, okay, I got to do this. So intermittent fasting, ate my first meal between 11 and 1, second meal between 5 and 7.
And that came out of the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Really?
Jesus Christ told folks, eat that time. Keep going.
Wow, that's amazing. And I just did what you recommend with your program. The seed-based nutrition products are amazing because what it did, it allowed for these nutrients to be dense, just to target. It felt like they just laser targeted my areas with rheumatoid arthritis. Like you said, I could even pick up my own grandbaby. I could pick them up, but it always felt I would just want to drop. I would drop them because of the joint pain. But with these amazing products, it began to replace. You know what, Dr. Vincent, so much so. Now, as a doctor, and I know the nursing profession out there, there's a level called CRP. Dr. Vincent, that level has always been 51 or higher, because that means just so much arthritis activity. But since being on these products, Dr. Vincent, that level is down to 2.
So it means it's almost gone.
It means it's almost gone. I'm able to move. I'm able to I have my life back. It's just been amazing. Now, as far as the arthritis, there's a couple products in there. Has a lot of different powerful, because like you're saying, the seed, you were saying earlier in the segment that the seed is 20 to 30% more.
No, not percent. 30 times.
30 times
more potent.
30 times more potent. Well, to be honest, to me, that's 300 times.
And it's the thing. Then a CBD oil, essential oils,
Yes.
the root, the leaf, the juice, it all comes from the seed.
Right.
You can find no product more powerful than the product we use right now.
Right.
Nothing more powerful.
Right.
So you lost your lupus.
Yes.
Tell them what happened with that.
Oh, gosh. Now, as far as
30 years of lupus.
30 years of lupus,
Hey, tell them what happened with that. 3 weeks. Go ahead.
it's just totally life-changing, because even so much so, and I'll have to say this because I think I called you and I said, Dr. Vincent, I can't meet with you going to Chicago, because you know what I did? These products are so amazing just out of habit, because I was taking my lupus medication
30 years?
for 30 years. It's just a habit. I took the medicine, but not knowing the seed was also doing what it needed to do. It increased the medicine. So when I did my lab work, it really dropped my values. So it's very important to note when you start the seed-based nutrition, you want to just work with your doctor.
Yes.
Because so you can decrease those medications. So
What happened?
no more medication, no more lupus medication.
Here's the thing. If I get a patient coming to me that's hypertensive,
Yes.
or diabetic, that don't know their blood pressure levels,
Right.
or their sugar levels, and take their medication without knowing it, I do not give them the seed nutrition. Because it turns into normal.
Yes.
If I take your medication being non-diabetic, I could die.
Right.
You follow me? Because
Yes.
you follow me? Too low.
Right.
Too low. It would drop it to normal.
Exactly.
So now, another thing. I met her on April 19th of this year, here in Atlanta. And I challenged her to do a 3-week weight loss program before my class in Chicago. I'm in Chicago, checking in, and this gorgeous lady said, "Hi, Dr. Vincent." I thought, "Do I know you?" She said, "I'm Anita." I was embarrassed.
Yes.
10 dress sizes in 3 weeks.
Yes.
How does that feel?
Oh, Dr. Vincent, it feels amazing, because in essence, I lost 20 pounds
Now,
in 21 days.
I have on this mic. I don't know if they can see it that well.
Yeah, those pants, I used to feel those pants. That was size.
She lost a
26.
whole person. You lost a whole person.
Yeah, over 100 pounds. And I tell you, it's like, just like the young lady was saying about diabetes, Dr. Vincent, the value and what you brought into my life, and again, as a registered nurse, it's like, so I'm used to the science of things and being taught, okay, it's the medication. Please don't get me wrong, medication is good values for, especially in emergency situations. But when you begin to open your mind and be open to alternative health strategies, that's what I view your entire program.
Exactly. Now, you know my philosophy. We have something going on now. It's not weight. We're talking about this COVID-19. And you know that I preach that if you have a high enough vitamin D levels,
Yes.
and Dr. Fauci said it too, levels, that the chances you getting sick from that virus is kind of low.
Correct.
And I get folks coming to me, Dr. Vincent, I have normal vitamin D levels. Mine's 40. It's normal for Caucasians. If you're black, normal is 70.
Right.
It's 70. And you had a vitamin D level what?
Oh,
Initially,
gosh.
what was it?
My initial vitamin D3 level, it was 9.
Now, and this is the thing here. I have
9.
a friend of mine who's a researcher at my nemesis. I'm from Michigan, folks. Ohio State University.
Yes.
And last year, he is a researcher. He works in a laboratory. He looked at all the labs. I said, "Who's dying of COVID-19?" He said, "Black folks." I said, black folks? He said, black folks 9 to 1. Black folks. And I called him back. I said, what are the vitamin D levels? None. The 0, 14, 10,
Wow.
none.
Yes.
And so I shared with you that you need to raise your vitamin D levels. I gave you a product made from seed.
Correct.
Because if you did it your medical way, it took you years to get there, probably 4 or 5 years to get it up that high.
Yeah, matter of fact, it was 32. But that was after the doctor had me to take oral supplements.
For how long?
Oh, years.
Years. 32. Now, 32, and we put you on to try this new seed nutrition made from seeds.
Correct.
Vitamin D from seeds, not from sheepskin, from seeds, and tomato seed attached to it.
Yes.
And what happened?
Oh, my goodness.
2 weeks, what happened?
In 2 weeks. Okay, now the normal instructions are to take this, and it's a spray. So that means it's going to hit your cells, hit your body immediately, once a day. Now, I knew after hearing that call, and again, Dr. Vincent, I really want to appreciate you because you connect this community with outstanding people who are in their field, top notch. You expose us, and I was exposed. These are areas that even as a registered nurse that I've never been exposed to before. But after hearing that call with the researcher, and I started the new vitamin D3, the spray, I did it twice a day. After 2 weeks, I went back to my doctor, and that 32, now my level is 89.
It went up 57 points in 2 weeks, and it would take you 10 years the other way.
Exactly. Now, which one you want to try?
Now, another thing, we get testimonies, you're a nurse, I'm a doctor, testimonies of women taking the seed nutrition and not having hot flashes.
Oh my gosh. Yes, absolutely. Now, I tell you, it's amazing. Can I just share some of the things that I lost with this?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Now, first of all right, so now you said hot flashes, so I got to expose my age. All right. But you know what? Before I wasn't proud of that. I'll be honest. But I'm proud to say I just recently turned 53 years young, but I feel 35.
Yeah, and you look 35.
Thank you. I feel 35. Dr. Vince, I lost the menopause, the hot flashes. My sleep is better. Not only that, my digestion. You know, there's another product along with this program that's involved with your gut health. I mean, it's so key. It's vital because I wasn't digesting life.
It's made from seeds, right?
Absolutely.
All the same company. Contact Us folks, all the same. And it's the thing. Now, I have a friend whose daughter has severe menstrual cramps.
Okay.
And those are gone.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, and for us men, we had a conference call one day, and the men were discussing how their diabetes went away in 10 days.
Really?
10 days. And then a conference call, about 30 or 40 folks on the call. We had about 5 or 6 men and about 25 women. And the men started discussing that I got rid of my diabetes and got my erection back.
Wow.
For men to say that, ED gone.
Yeah.
ED gone with this
Yeah.
product.
Yeah.
I mean, and my neighbor, had her talk to you, my neighbor, with MS. Tell them that
yes.
testimony, you don't mind.
Oh, I don't mind at all. You know, what is so powerful is because anyone that's living with a chronic condition, autoimmune disorders, systemic lupus, MS, multiple sclerosis, you referred this young lady to me to a sister. And we shared the same program, same seed-based products that I was using. Dr. Vincent, after 2 weeks, she said she's a single mom. Let me give you a little story. She's a single mom with 2 children, 10 and 12. She said, I got to be around for my children. After 2 weeks of taking the products, her son said, Mom, you're up making us breakfast. And she hadn't even realized that she was able to do more as far as mobility.
And he asked her, was she okay, right?
He asked her if she was okay. And not only that, they had a family night. They actually went bowling. Now, of course, you've seen her and you knew her before, but Dr. Vincent, it did my heart incredible joy to hear that this young lady was getting her life back.
Yes.
And not only that, Dr. Vincent, she went to her doctor. They took her off the injectable medication for MS, changed it to the pill form.
And it's the thing here because she was going down very quickly.
Yes.
The medical model way.
Yes.
Very, very quickly. So now, as a nurse, we witness people with diabetes going in 2 weeks. Witness people, blood pressures 190 over 100 down to 120 over 68 in 2 weeks.
Yes.
As a nurse, you witness hot flashes gone,
Yes.
menstrual cramps gone,
Yes.
pain. As a nurse and as a doctor, you witness somebody legally blind,
Yes.
couldn't see the big E on the eye chart.
Right.
He had 2200 vision.
Right.
Now he's in between 2020 and 2030 in 1 month
Yes.
with our program.
Right.
Now, did you see that in the hospitals happening? No.
No, you don't. And you know what, Dr. Vincent, what is so important, especially in our African American community, let's see what it says, you perish for lack of knowledge. Get the knowledge, get this information, because what we're sharing is life-changing. Dr. Vincent, my whole life has changed. It's been transferred. I have a life again. Not only that I'm living, but I'm thriving.
You know what? Then I decided for us to start a YouTube channel
Okay.
where they can pay a $10 per month, subscription to know how to lose the weight,
Okay.
to lose the diabetes, to lose the neck pain, back pain, sciatica, frozen shoulders,
Okay.
to get their life back. It's a down payment on your future, what it is.
Oh, absolutely. But you know what? Knowledge is power. But not only just the knowledge, but you apply this. And see, Dr. Vincent, that's what your Therapy Systems is teaching us. As a nurse, I didn't learn this in nurse. I wasn't taught this. I have a Bachelor's of Science degree in nursing, so I have a 4-year degree. I wasn't taught this. But it was amazing because once you learn a new strategy, a new technique, just a new way of thinking in how you can actually help yourself. Because what our bodies are created is to heal itself. Once you give your body what it needs and what it's lacking, by default, because God created our bodies to heal itself.
Exactly. Now, we're in the vibration or consciousness of COVID-19. Everybody's afraid. They're gaining weight.
Yes.
People are losing their lives. Everybody, please hear me well. Research vitamin D.
Yes.
Research it, YouTube it, do the research, raise yours high. We got the best one on the planet made from seed. Contact us, follow us. We're going to do our own YouTube page to teach you how to get your body back right. Back right. I see people that other doctors can't get well. I see people, you met the one person from DC. When we met her, a hard sight to see, right?
Yeah. It was
She had ulcers in her mouth for 4 months. She couldn't eat, couldn't swallow, couldn't talk, lost weight. And with the seed nutrition, with our technique, she got her life back.
Yes.
Maybe you listen to us saying that maybe, can this help me? I don't know. I have a question for you. Is what you're doing now helping you? How's your life now?
Well, it's to the point now. My son and my family are saying, "Mom, where are you going this week?" I mean, they have to see. I used to always babysit, and I love my grandchildren, but now it's like, okay, I have a life again. I can travel. I can do things that I used to couldn't do. So it's just amazing.
Well, that person that's hearing you say that right now, that sit home with lupus, with MS, with diabetes, with the legs in pain, swelling, a loss of limb, sitting home with hypertension, obese, sitting home that's hopeless, what would you tell them to do?
Well, I can look at that camera right there because I'm talking to you. And Dr. Vincent, it's amazing because there are people out there, exactly what you were saying. What I would tell you is there is hope. Look at me. If I always used to say, I don't look like half of what I've been through. But one thing I can tell you is if you put the time in to yourself, because you know what, Dr. Vincent, it started with, the key thing was forgiveness. Mm-hmm. And I had to forgive myself.
Exactly.
So if you have issues where you've made these mistakes and you just can't seem to turn it around, and you can consistently bash yourself, punish yourself, stop it. Stop it. Today is your day. It's a new day. Contact us, get involved with us, because you can really change your life.
It took you 3 things to get your life back. Time, energy, and money. It takes all three. All three. All three.
And guess what? I'm worth it, and so are they.
Yeah, all three. Yes.
We're worth it.
Contact us for the seed nutrition. Contact us to learn how to get rid of your pain in your body. Contact us to be gorgeous like her. 10 dress sizes in 3 weeks.
Man.
And I got so excited, folks. I bought me a new car. I got a logo on my front door with her picture on there.
Wow.
Saying that I got this picture on my car. Front door. Folks are stopping, blowing horns. On the back door, I got a picture of a fella with an arrow pointing towards her. I was a diabetic. I did what she did. I'm no longer diabetic.
Yeah.
Was saying that the risk of going blind, having ED, heart attack, stroke, or kidney failure are now gone.
Yeah. And you know what, Dr. Vincent, we talk a lot and we focus a lot on when we're sick and at the other part. But let's go to the opposite end. If you are quote unquote healthy, let's continue that. Let's talk prevention. These products are not just for someone that, is sick. You want to improve your health. I mean, you know what I mean? I think a lot of times we focus and we wait. Don't wait.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a chiropractor by profession. And you've seen this technique in this with the seed nutrition.
Absolutely.
Get rid of pain in 3 minutes, right?
Oh, man. Yes.
Now, hopefully, folks, you're going to hear from the queen called Sylvia Hood.
Okay.
Who's here listening.
Okay.
I call her the queen. I call her my 4-star general because when she speaks, I say, hello, yes, ma'am. And
yes.
I met her in 2018. She came to a meeting on a walker. Wow. She's a guest in class. And she's an Emeritus Walker from my 50th anniversary AKA meeting. I had to rent a scooter for 2 weeks to go. She was on a cane, I think for like 3 years. I asked her a question. Do you want to get rid of it? She said yes. And she said no, I went on. She said yes. Offered in 3 minutes. Then I come to find out that she had a problem with her stomach. I've been on antacids for, 50 years?
Oh, wow.
For 50 years. If you're this good, Dr. Vincent, follow me home. I took her home. I said, Sylvia, I cost $333 per hour to see me. You live an hour away. I said, I see $333. I let her down. It was gone in 30 seconds, but I did an extra 5 minutes. 30 seconds, it was gone. And then, kind of found out that she had an accident where fractured her clavicle. She could only do this initially. After 8 months, got it to 90 degrees, 8 months, 90 degrees, and told her that's all you're gonna get. A frozen shoulder for 12 years, folks. 12 years.
Wow.
With this technique was unlocked in 3 minutes.
Wow.
So this is what we do. We help people get their life back. The seed nutrition, your life back. The classes, their life back. And I'm so excited that God used me to bring this to the world.
Yeah.
to make folks' lives happier. You follow me?
Yeah. But you know what? Not only that, Dr. Vincent, the training and the classes you teach, this is something, you say it all the time, it's a legacy. You can share this information. You can pass this down. Teach your children. And then when you run into issues like this, because who knows what's going on with our society, that you may not be able to get to a hospital. Or if shipping or whatever, may not be able to get the medications.
I was on the phone with a friend last week, upset because his diabetes, insulin, haven't gotten in 2 months.
Wow.
The doctors tell him that because of the backlog of the chips, 2 months no insulin. This product would change that.
Absolutely.
Anita, how does it feel to be beautiful again? I want every woman to hear this. How does it feel?
Well, it feels amazing because you know what? Now, Dr. Vincent, I went and got a makeover at the MAC. And I tell you, this experience, Dr. Vincent.
Back up. This is like a back up.
Yeah.
This is in a part of Illinois. It is the capital of the Ku Klux Klan, this community. So I walk across the street, had the Dodge cars, right? Had the Dodge cars. When she came out, they all stopped for her like she's a queen. I was shocked. How did it feel?
Yeah, so that's the story that I'm leading with, because I'm letting you know, when you lose the weight, like the 100 pounds that I lost, it was more than physical weight. It was emotional baggage. It was the stress I was carrying. If I could diverse most African-American women, we carry the weight of the family.
You do.
You're concerned about, you want to make sure your spouse and your significant others, you want to make sure your children, your grandchildren, you got your community, you got the church, your church family. You're pulled in so many directions. God gifted us to just help or to empower, but we just do it, but we put ourselves, our health on the back burner. And when that happens, our health is affected, and that's what has happened.
So I asked you to fly in here from Atlanta, and I flew in from Michigan because I wanted to get this word to the Black church.
Absolutely.
The sickest place on Sunday at 12 noon is the Black church. The diabetes, the obesity, hypertension, the ED, the fiber, it's the Black church. I think that we got something to offer the Black church.
Absolutely.
And I think they're ready for it.
Yes.
I want to thank you,
Yes.
Miss Sexy.
Well, Dr. Michael Vincent, I really appreciate, and again, anyone who's at the sound of my voice, contact us, send an email. We'll be happy. You have people that's on staff that can assist in consultations. If you got questions, contact us. Someone will get back with you. And
even the lady last night at the hotel, my smock, he said, well, that's impossible. It's very possible. Can you not gain 10 dressing sizes in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
I want to thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Dr.
You're
Vincent.
welcome.
Everyone wants to be healthy, and we should be. Our Creator designed an amazing, complex system intended to allow our body to heal itself if we give it what it needs. For example, if you cut your finger, it bleeds, a scab forms, and it heals. However, when our body does not receive what it needs, it begins to talk to us. It talks to us through symptoms or physical manifestations of disease. So, if your body is talking to you, you need to listen to Dr. Michael Vincent. Start your wellness journey today. Visit Dr. Vincent's website at www.vincentclinic.com or dial toll-free 888-842-3935 or 888-84-BEWELL. Be well